Alright, good evening burbs. So just a quick video tonight. I'm gonna take a look at BTC USD for you guys. Let's start off by looking at the weekly, because in my opinion right now the weekly time frame is for me the most obvious chart and the most important time frame to look at. So let's put on the drawing tools here, the moving averages like that. So as you can see here, we had this, if you can remember from my a couple of videos back, I had this October candle right here. Used my fib to using this low of the October candle to this high. You got the Fibonacci 50% retracement level right here, the EQ of the October candle. And if you guys remember what happened in October, this was actually the China pump. So this was the bottom of the China pump and this was the high of the China pump. So what I wanted to see was first we got the bounce of the yellow 21 exponential on the weekly. I wanted to see a weekly close up here. That would be very bullish for a move up towards this area where I expected a lot of resistance. So now that we are trading below this level, it kind of looks like the weekly want to close down here, right? So if we don't trade up here in the next few hours, I think we have about 6 or 7 hours left before the weekly kind of close. So if we do close this weekly up here, I'm very bullish on the in the short term for a move up here. But if we close back here, we're probably going to see a move down into this consolidation area here. We are probably going to test the yellow 21 exponential on the weekly, and if you look at the daily 21 exponential is actually confluent with the yellow 21 on the weekly. So we have nice confluence between the yellow 21 on the weekly and the yellow 21 on a daily. So if we actually start trading down, I would anticipate a retrace down here. And as you can see, the yellow 21 exponential on the weekly and the daily comes in right on this support level right here at about 8,200. The 8,200 area is also the midpoint of this range or consolidation area right here before the up move, before the China pump. And another very interesting thing, as you guys know, I like to chart the RLC, right? And if you put on the RLC here, you will see some very interesting confluence. Let's put it at 300. Right. Yeah, that's the midpoint of the RLC, the 0.702. So I do expect a bounce here. If we don't get a bounce here, I will be very bearish on the high time frame, the medium time frame, and the short time frame for at least a move back down here. But if we lose this level, it's a very important level. I think we're going much lower. So for me, to stay bullish on the the short time frame, we really need to reclaim this area ASAP. If we don't reclaim this area, we really need to see a bounce down in the 8.2 area. And if we don't get a bounce in the 8.2 area, next level to look at is the 7.2k area. But if we start trading below the weekly yellow 21 exponential and the daily 21 exponential and the green 55 exponential, it won't really take long before the yellow 21 exponential crosses the 55 to the downside. And when we get that bear cross, well, if you look at price history, getting the bear cross between the yellow 21 and the green 55, it's not a good thing, right? Look what happened back here. Not a good thing. So yeah, I'd like to see this level hold for a move up here to 9.5, 9.6, 9.7 area, the high time frame resistance. And that's going to be heavy resistance, because this is actually the area that if we start trading above here on the weekly and close the weekly up here, that's going to give us a higher high on the weekly, and that's going to confirm the reversal and confirm a weekly uptrend. And yeah, that's where the magic happens, right below the magic 10k area. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's my views on Bitcoin currently. Right now, I'm not in a long. If I had to long, I would look for longs down in this area for like low leverage long to hedge against my spot long BTC exposure. Yes, I don't think there's anything more I want to say really. Let's look at the 4 hour if we can see anything interesting here. No, not really. Yeah, we had this range down here. I got it marked out in 4 hours, so I moved back down into range high. I don't know, man. It's already been tested once before. This level, however, haven't been tested yet. So like looking at the 4 hour, we have a very nice rounded retest if we come down to the midpoint of the RLC. Also on the daily, if give it a couple of days, and you have a very nice rounded retest on the daily too. And when you get that kind of price action where you break resistance to the upside, like here, let's zoom in. So you break resistance to the upside here, strong impulsive move up, gets reacted, consolidates a couple of days, and then comes down for the first retest. That's usually a pretty nice setup. That's actually how I learned to trade. Like I was looking for resistance to break upwards, and then I would long a rounded retest, because I would go with the principle that the first test is always going to be the best test. So first test, best test, and a rounded retest is the best test. So the first rounded retest is, yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? So this is actually a pretty nice setup to get some bids in here with a stop loss probably below this area, the range high of our previous range. But still, that's you have to use low leverage, and entering here for a potential long, I would recommend taking profit. First take profit up here, second in this area, and final take profit up here. If we, however, continue upwards, I would love to get an entry down here for a long. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's it. Have a great night, everybody, and hope you guys enjoy the weekend. Let's get ready for another great trading weeks. So yeah, take care, everyone.